Welcome, welcome, welcome. Episode 29 of the Fantasy Friends. I am Eric. This big old man to I don't know, my left, my right, whatever you are, is going to be Jason. What's going on, brother?
Living strong, excited,
So strong. So,
so
so,
strong.
so you had your practice round like last week for mocking. So this week should be really good, huh?
Yeah, and so today, just to give everybody a little insight. So today, I'm doing what Eric had to do last time, and just to kind of put some spice on it, I have done 0 mocks from 11. Um, Mind you, when I did 8 last week, was very prepared, had done a few, kind of knew what I was expecting to see. Today, I'm going in here. I'm going to try to outdo Eric, and I have given myself no perks whatsoever.
I love it. That makes me very, very happy. We got
I'm
somebody. Shane dropped in the chat here. What's up, Stash Daddy? You know you like it. You know you like it. Every night. I don't know why I decided to do this in the middle of summer in Tucson, where it's like 115 degrees. But hey,
Well, you know what?
my upper lip perspires a lot. That's what I'll say.
I admire you, and if you ever stop doing the stash and it becomes, it leaves the table of topics of conversation, we won't be the same, man.
It's a lot of mutual respect in here for our facial hair. And Shane says he loves it. Thank you very much, Shane. I appreciate it. All right, we got a mock draft episode. Let's freaking get into it. We didn't fill the room up this time, so we got some AI stuff. I'll set it up real quick. We are doing so basically we're doing the default settings of an ESPN league. Most fantasy managers play in ESPN leagues, or not most, but that's where the most leagues are held, or whatever you want to call it. So we'll be doing their settings. It's going to be 1 QB, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex, disgusting kickers on there too, and defenses. And I think it's like 6 bench spots. But we've got a couple folks in here drafting with us. That's all right. The AI is kind of weird with sleeper sometimes. So you're going to see people taking like 2 quarterbacks and all this other stuff. But that's fine. So let me go ahead and share the screen here. We'll get it started. All right. Love it, love it. All right, let me get this thing started. And I am drafting from the 5.
Here we go.
How do I mute this?
I don't know. I kind of like the sound effects. I don't care.
Okay.
Dalvin Cook.
Hey. Shane says, not kickers. I didn't want to do it, Shane. I really didn't want to. But I was like, you know what? I'm trying to help the folks out there. If like I said, it's starting to become more. I don't mean this in an insulting way for anybody who might be watching, like casuals. There's people like Jason and I and Shane in the comments there, and other folks that we do fantasy football year round. We play dynasty leagues. We either research, we write about it, we do whatever. But not everybody's like that. So I just wanted to kind of give it from a different perspective for folks. So yeah. I didn't, but yeah, Shane, I'm right with you. I freaking hate kickers. None of the leagues that I commission have kickers in there. So
yeah, we don't do kickers.
Mm-mm.
So
what do you think? So what do you think here, Jason?
The computer took Cook first. I'm a little shocked.
I mean, I think there's an argument to be made for that. I don't think it's that huge of a deal or anything. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
You would think with CMC being hurt last year and things like that, you could see Dalvin Cook reaching. I'm good with either one of those two. I think those two are the consensus number 1, number 2 in whatever order you want them.
Oh, absolutely. I'm shocked that Dean hasn't just taken Kamara right here. I feel like you had 2 Swiss Army knives go, so you got to kind of get the last one.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. 20 seconds.
20 seconds. We'll see. He's going to be like, oh, man.
I forgot. Either
right,
that or he's really waiting.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. I actually kind of do like the sound effects here, so we're going to keep
kind of fun. This is kind of hilarious. Okay.
So let's see who he takes.
So obviously, Kamara.
Well, they took Alvin Kamara for. Wow.
Wow.
So I want to say this too. This is a full PPR league. So Tyreek Hill there. I don't know about that. This is an easy decision for me. It's Derrick Henry.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's easy. He's going to get 300 plus, a lot more than 300 carries, I would say.
Saquon went with the quickness. We got Keith. Oh yeah, it's
Up next.
JT. It's Ezekiel Elliott.
So we got us
Oh
1, 2, 3.
wow, and that Devontae Adams pick is rough right there.
Yeah, it all depends, man. It all
I
depends on
don't.
what happens with Aaron Rodgers. But I
Yeah,
know we're going to get to that in a little bit, right?
right. I'm not hearing good things. But you know what? Speaking of that, I'm going to go ahead and take this. Aaron Jones. We talked about him a few weeks ago. You're good with or without Rodgers. He's going to get so many carries. It's good. It's good news to have him, one way or the other.
Agree. I think his efficiency goes down, but I could see his volume going up for sure,
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah.
I think so. So Bryson takes DK Metcalf at the 112
Drop King.
as the third wide receiver off the board before Stephon Diggs, before
Oh, and then he
Calvin
took
Ridley.
Joe Mixon. I love it because then guess what happens here?
Oh, it's an easy pick. Yeah,
Bam!
that's an easy pick for you right
Oh, I'm
there.
feeling good about that. God, thanks, Bryson. Even
And then
it
Mahomes. So
agrees.
of course. So what I've been
Ooh.
doing here, what I've actually been doing here, because I was hoping that Austin Eckler or Cam Akers would fall to me right here at the 208. I've been trying to pair running backs with each other, and this might be a bit of a reach, but I'm going to do it anyways because I really like the value of wide receivers in the third round and beyond. So this is a tad bit of a reach, but volume is king in fantasy football. No one Najee Harris is going to get so many carries and so many targets. It's going to be ridiculous. So I'm very happy with that.
And there's not many guys you can compare to Derrick Henry, and Najee is on the bigger side.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, so this moved fast. So we got Kittle off the board. Dean showed back up. Oh man, it's a great looking team so far.
I like that team. Kamara, Kittle, Jefferson.
Now remember, Minnesota's got a crazy, crazy hard schedule.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson might end up. I have a feeling Thielen might actually outscore him this season. That's something we might have to approach on another episode.
So I wrote about it a little bit earlier. I've still got about a minute or so. I know where I'm going here, but I'll talk about it real quick. I wrote about it. I did a little blurb for Going for Two on why Justin Jefferson is probably one of the most overranked or not overrated because he's very, very talented, but he was ranked 6th in Fantasy Pros expert consensus rankings at that time. That's crazy. They're not going to throw the ball that much. That defense has gotten a ton of new folks. They're healthy again. Daniil Hunter, Anthony Barr, all these guys. So let me go ahead and take who I'm going to take here. I love Michael Thomas right here. I've been grabbing him at the 305 like every single time, but I'm going to try a bit of a different. This is what mock drafts are for, a bit of a different roster build. And I'm going to go with a running back who I think has the potential to be top 5 this year. He's the definition of a post-hype sleeper. That's Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, CEH. We talked about it last episode. I remember the first what was his name? I'm sorry. Our special guest.
Our very first guy or last episode?
No, last week our special guest. What was his name?
Oh my gosh. Sorry, man. I feel so bad. Hold on.
He had the first pick, and
Evan Ritter. Duh, my bad. Sorry, Evan.
Sorry, man.
My brain isn't working. I got really drunk last night, and I'm just barely hanging on by a thread.
Anyways, Evan had CMC in the first round and CEH in the second round, and I could really have seen that going for 60 points a week, just the two of them, and it's really scary.
You want to get running backs tied to good offenses, and then the fact that if they're going to get volume in addition to that, then there you go. That's a recipe for fantasy success right there. Let's see what old Keith did. He told me in the chat earlier he was going to go 3 running backs, so he was thinking about it. So he's got Zeke, Cam Akers, and David Montgomery. I do not mind that start at all either.
No, I really like it a lot, and I'm sitting here, and at this position, it's hard because you want to reach for a running back, and I think I'm going to do just that. But I'm going to be a little bit savvy about this. And I'm going to. Oh man,
he's going to tilt. That's what he's going to do.
You know what? No, I'm gonna. I am going to go and put all my cards on Los Angeles.
Oh,
We're gonna get
dang.
Keenan. We're gonna take Keenan Allen,
Okay.
and we're gonna hope a certain somebody has a really good year too.
Well, Justin Herbert, you're betting on Justin Herbert there?
Yeah, yeah. It's a rough one, but
Dude, I don't blame you at all. Keenan Allen's going to get 140, close to 140 targets. So, super good with that. What do you
oh,
think
we got a
about him
little.
in dynasty leagues, man? Keenan Allen,
Uh,
because he's 29. You know what I mean? But he's
yeah.
tied to a young quarterback.
Technically, I feel like if you drafted him at the beginning, this year, if we're talking you starting a dynasty this
It's a
year,
startup. Yeah, yeah.
it's I mean, ride him for 2 more years. But if you drafted the guy, 3 4 years ago, this is where your payoffs at. So,
Yeah.
oh
All right.
man, and
So
look at that
I'll talk.
receiving core.
I know that's what I'm saying. Bryson's killing it with the receiving core. So at the 112, he's picking from the 112. He has got DK Metcalf, Joe Mixon, Julio Jones, Scary Terry McLaurin. In a full PPR league, ooh, that looks real nice right there.
And I'm gonna go ahead and keep working on my running back stable here. I am gonna do something I've never done before, and I'm gonna take Travis Etienne.
Oh, wow. Okay. Gladys says Keenan Allen, wide receiver, top 5 if he stays healthy.
Yes.
Range of outcome. That's definitely the range of outcomes. 100%. I just worry about he's never been a touchdown scorer, like a prolific touchdown scorer. I'm not sure. I'd have to look up on here, but I don't think he's ever hit double digits in touchdowns.
He hasn't. I don't think he has. But man, if you've watched this guy, he's got moves in the red zone. I wouldn't fear it at all.
No, yeah, I think he's one of the best route runners in the league. Yeah, so his career high, he tied his career high last year with 8. So what in 13 games with Justin Herbert? So yeah, I could see that happening. Well, let me get into my thing here. So we had Chris Carson go right before me. Got my Chris Godwin pick there. So this is where I like to. I got my 3 running backs here. I like to just smash wide receiver.
Yeah.
So last season's high. Yeah, I think he had 8 in his rookie season as well in 2013. Unless the stats are lying to me here. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing. If he can get, let's say he gets 10, 11 touchdowns, easy top 5.
Oh
Easy
yeah.
top 5. And I love the floor that he provides too. Is he's your wide receiver 1. So you could really go risky at your wide receiver 2 and pick somebody that's a little more volatile, quote unquote, and pair that well. So I'm looking at my wide receiver 1 here. Speaking of volatile, I'm gonna go with maybe he's not Brady's favorite target, but he is the man that's catching all the touchdowns. So we'll see. I'm not super excited with him being my wide receiver 1, so I'm very, very happy to pair him with my next pick here. Robert Woods is as solid as it gets as your wide receiver 2. You can plug it, play it. He's good to go. He's going to get you, a minimum 12 points. Whereas Mike Evans sometimes might not do so great.
No.
So how are you feeling with your team so far, Jason?
I'm liking that. I'm building on the running backs here. I've got a great tight end, so I don't have to worry about that for quite some time. And then obviously we need to work on some receivers. And this is a tough one for me because what I want to do here is I want to keep working on running backs while they're still out there. But also a player I like this year and a player that the consensus likes this year, right here for me, in Odell Beckham Jr. That's somebody that I personally still haven't given up on.
Okay.
And Ayuk, who is a big time consensus guy right now. So what I'm going to do is I've been taking Beckham. So for the first time, I'm going to take Ayuk.
Ayuk. Yeah, I mean he's probably the number 1 option besides George Kittle, like as far as the wide receivers go, there in San Francisco.
Right.
I just he did well last season, but his production was when no George Kittle, no Deebo Samuel. You know what I mean? So it's a bit deceiving, but is the talent there? Absolutely.
Right.
Let's see where Bryce. So Team 10 has 5 wide receivers. I'm going to be interested in seeing how their running back core looks here in a couple rounds. But the start at wide receiver, man, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, Allen Robinson, Amari Cooper, and Juju Smith-Schuster. Whew,
Mm.
that's sick
Yeah.
nasty.
Well, I don't love the Miles Gaskin pick there, but
I think it's a bit early
you gotta do
in
what you
my.
gotta do.
And that's something about being on the turn too, like you and Bryson, or teams 1 and 2. Sometimes you have to reach for your guy because you have 22 picks until it gets back to you.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like this is the spot where you reach. I've been doing nothing but reaching. Um,
It's
gosh.
rough, man. It depends. So like me, I am a slave to freaking like ADP, and I know I should be better at that. But when I feel like I'm reaching, that's when I really really dislike my teams. But at the turn though, you kind of have to, like, not even kind of, you have to do it if you really really want a player. So I think that's why I disliked picking at 11 so much last week, because it gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Right, right. Well, it's definitely giving me the heebie-jeebies, but I'm trying to have a little foresight. Um, God,
Bryson's
Bryce,
taking this one down to the
yeah,
wire, huh?
he's got a hell of a choice to make there.
He's thinking hard.
I'm wondering if he's feeling those Odell vibes.
Oh, James Robinson.
James
Okay.
Robinson. Okay, all right. See, this is why I love this so much.
So you're looking at Odell right here. We've got Tyler Lockett right there in ADP, Devontae Smith,
But
Deontay Johnson.
I'm much more excited about this guy's upside. Javonte Williams.
Oh, okay.
Right there. Now you got a running core. You got Aaron Jones, Travis Etienne, Javonte Williams. Now you got somewhat of a running back core. I think feels good. Definitely going to keep building on receivers, but you got to get your top 3 guys in. So you got to. It's a priority.
Yep. Especially with starting only one flex position.
Yeah.
You typically want a running back there. Obviously, if wide receiver works out, that can be fine. Team 9 can go suck they suck. Put it that way. So in all these mocks, I've been getting T.J. Hawkinson at the 608 every single time. So that one hurts. I'm gonna have to pivot on my tight end strategy. I don't take those top tight ends.
Nope.
But he's going, like, T.J. Hawkinson's going around, like, I don't know, tight end 5, tight end 6 typically, and I'm very happy to do that. But after him, Mark Andrews, Kyle Pitts, I see a precipitous drop off. So I'm not really in tune for that one. So I'm looking here. I can continue to further my wide receiving core. We're in round 6. I feel like we're dipping our toes into the I want massive upside pool of players here. And I think that's what I'm going to do with my next pick here. He just won a freaking Heisman damn trophy. He is the number 1 option on his team. The quarterback scares me a tad, but I love the talent of Devontae Smith. So I'm going to go ahead and draft him. I haven't got him on any teams either, so this feels kind of good to get at least a little piece of him there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I hated writing the notes for that episode. We kind of spoiled him. I almost wish I hadn't known the things that we know now. This sucks, man. But you know what? Next year, good God.
So I've got another choice of. I think I want to keep hammering wide receiver. I love my core of running backs there. Good to go. There's no tight ends I want right here. I'm not going to reach for a quarterback this early. I'm good to go with that. So I'm really debating Cortland Sutton or Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle has such massive upside. He's like, everyone's been comparing to Tyreek Hill light. Is he going to be used like that? He doesn't have Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball, so that's a little bit scary. But Cortland Sutton coming off a pretty devastating knee injury, that's scary too. So I don't even know who has the highest ceiling of those 2 guys, to be honest with you. But I'm going to go with the veteran here. I'm going to go with Cortland Sutton. And we're just going to see what happens. I don't know if I like Drew Lock, or I probably like Drew Lock better there for Cortland Sutton than I do Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bridgewater would be awesome for freaking Gary Judy, though.
This is true. This is true. Man, the quarterbacks have been eaten up already.
Yeah, that's the problem with drafting against these AIs. Sometimes they're like, "Oh, we're not." They fill the positions instead of like adding depth. Unless you're team 10 apparently, and you just draft six wide receivers.
Yeah, correct. Wow, this is a tough one here because this is usually where I would go ahead and dip and grab a quarterback, but I'm not. I'm not at all excited about any of these guys.
Round 7 or so? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really excited about any of these
Now,
guys.
if Aaron Rodgers was still on the board, would you consider that? Or
yes, if Aaron Rodgers was going to play, and I knew there was no drama whatsoever, I'd go ahead and take him right here.
Gotcha.
But the word is he's not playing. So,
if you had to put a percentage on it, what's the percentage you think that he actually plays this season?
20 at this point. I mean, Schefter has kind of driven him in the ground.
So a 1 in 5 chance.
Every time you see Adam Schefter speak on it, it's more abysmal.
It's a little bleak.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and make this easy on myself. I'm going to take the battle-tested guy, and I'm going to take Jarvis Landry.
Oh, love it, love it, love it. He is a solid floor play there, especially with you have a Keenan Allen there too. I mean, that's I do not mind that at all. Do we still have? Is Odell Beckham still on the board?
No, he got taken right before
I see
you,
it.
I believe.
I see it. Gotcha. I see it right there.
Yeah. I still believe, Odell.
I still believe.
And I believe in you too, Baker.
Is he feeling dangerous this year, you think?
He should. I think Baker Mayfield could be the next Aaron Rodgers. I really do, man. Just in terms of tude.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. He does. He's got some swag. He's this little swaggy mofo.
Yeah.
Bryson. All right, what we got here? He just took Joe Burrow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. What a homer. What a homer.
He's a huge, Bryson, if we don't know anything else about him, he's a huge Bengals fan.
Yep.
He's just stewing over there right now. Just, fuck you guys.
The Ohio Cowboy Killer.
So I'm curious if he's thinking tight end here.
He wants to take Brandon Cooks, but he's looking into Devontae. No, I guarantee he was looking at Brandon Cooks, but he didn't know what Deshaun Watson was doing. So he had to go look up what's going on with Deshaun Watson before he gets to Bryson. Please tell us in the comments if I'm right. Were you looking up Deshaun Watson? Because I feel like I could see that process.
We could feel his brain humming from over there.
Yeah. Man.
Excuse me. That's not great podcast material. I'm over here yawning and stuff. I told you I got a little drunk last night. I'm super tired.
It is his birthday.
It is my birthday.
So he's super old too.
I'm 30. Yeah, I'm 34 going on 72.
Man, no, I can't take I almost took Brady. I almost took a play out of your book. But I'm not gonna.
I wouldn't be. I like that right there, honestly.
Dude, this is gonna hurt me to have to do because I don't like this player at all.
Please tell me it's Trevor Lawrence.
Oh no, this is gonna be so painful to do.
I thought you were gonna draft a Jaguar and a player that you're not like super high on.
No, I'm gonna take a guy who's gonna.
You like Trevor Lawrence a lot, though.
Yeah, I do. I'm about to take a guy who's gonna have 2 good weeks, but on the off chance I'm wrong.
As soon as you said that, I was like, "Yep, Will Fuller." Dude, he could be the number 1 there in Miami. I mean, he really could be.
Yeah.
Keith's being selfish. Oh no, he's back. He's not tending to his patients anymore. He just.
Yeah, Keith said to hell with their lives.
Yeah. He said, "What's a code blue? I'm doing a mock draft right now. I can't be bothered."
There's no codes in football.
Except for Spider Y, High Banana, or whatever the hell freaking Gruden is always screaming over there.
Oh, what is it? Shit.
You know, it's like Spider Banana
Yeah, it's
Y.
wobbling. Damn it! Now,
Wide.
yeah, I think it is Spider Wide Banana.
Yeah. Something like that. All right. So Keith
Trace
added
Sermon.
Trace Sermon. I don't mind that.
You knew he was going to take a running back. I mean, it's key.
Yep. So I'm thinking here. So there's AI. So it's a little bit different, but this is just a piece of advice for folks as well. If you see, so I'm seeing that all 4 teams picking after me and then before me in the next round already have a quarterback. This is a 1 quarterback league. So in my mind, that means I can wait until at least round 9 for quarterback. That's probably going to burn me because their ADP is so high and the AI is a little bit stupid on here. But I'm not going to look at quarterback right now, even though I would be very upset. You know what? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stick to my guns here. I'm going to stick to my guns. I don't like. I'm not. I got it here. So I was scrolling through the ADP. I was looking at and maybe adding another running back or so. I think this year it's going to be extremely important to have depth at running back and wide receiver more so than any other year. Maybe besides last year because of COVID, but it's a 17-game season this year.
Yep.
I really do feel like some of these coaches are going to kind of pull back on the reins of some of their players and really protect some folks. So having a ton of depth at those 2 positions is, especially running back, is going to be crucial. And there's a player here. I didn't see him for a second, but now I got him. Mike Davis, man.
Yep.
He is the starter for the Atlanta Falcons. And I just got him in the 8th round.
Yep.
That's just wild.
I got my fingers crossed.
Okay, perfect.
First
right here.
Guy.
So my strategy worked out. No one took a quarterback. Thank you they didn't take their second quarterback. So I've got my pick of Tom Brady, Matt Stafford, Jalen Hurts, Ryan Tannehill. I would typically go Brady here, but I want to see how my team. Let's put it this way: Brady is the safest pick out of those, in my opinion.
He's the safest.
Safest, yeah, exactly, safest. He doesn't have the highest ceiling, even though he had a great fantasy season last season. Jalen Hurts is probably the highest upside pick, the highest ceiling pick here, just based off that rushing potential. But there's a player here, Jason. I know you love him. He's been as efficient as Patrick Mahomes. His offense improved incredibly. He got a first ballot Hall of Famer. And say what you will about Julio, I don't think he's in his prime anymore, but he's still really, really, really damn good at football. So I'm going to go Ryan Tannehill here. I don't want to miss out on it. I love it. I think he could be a top 5 quarterback this season.
I love it too. I think you made the right move. Oh, is it going to get to me? I'm on the clock. Holy crap. So
did your player get to you?
So the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to go ahead and take us a little Damian Harris.
Ooh.
As it was said today, the sure thing number 1 running back in New England. So we're taking him off the jump. Now we're going to cross our fingers again. See what Mr. Bryson does. Oh, I think I don't have anything to worry about.
So you think so with Damian Harris, I've heard this said on several different podcasts, and it's just like common sense. We're thinking that that Cam Newton is going to be the starter for the whole season then. Go ahead.
Yeah, as long as he stays healthy.
Okay, so that's
me, not given.
That kills Damian Harris's upside because Cam Newton saw, I want to say it was 77% of the red zone rushes for New England last season.
Right. It's always been a Cam Newton thing. That's always been a Cam Newton thing. But at that spot, he's my 4th back. We only have 2 running backs in a flex. I can stream him. And when you just see like that, hey, they're playing so-and-so, Jacksonville, and they have the worst running defense. Yeah, the Jets. Definitely the Jets. All right. All right, so this get wrecked, Jets. So this is where I absolutely hate my life and having to make this decision. So you could take right here Deebo Samuel and pretty much lock up that earlier Ayuk pick, knowing that one of the 2 of these guys is probably going to work out, if not both. Or you can take the Pittman pick, which has been one of my favorite hot, sexy picks, or I could take Jalen Hurts and swing for the fucking stars. Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to swing for the damn stars. I'm taking
You're in the
Jalen
10th
Hurts.
round, man. You're in the
Hey,
10th round.
year 2 mobile quarterbacks, baby. We've seen it too many times. I got to gamble with the spirits. It's voodoo.
It's been too many times. So I love that pick, man. I mean, you've got a hell of a solid team, and you just got, potential top, I would say definitely top 10 potential, if not a little bit higher. So what do we got here? I'm going to –
the tight ends are getting. Whew.
I know. I literally just looked at tight end. I was like, this is doo-doo. So, I do believe I'm going to take a tight end here. I'll roll through the ADPs real quick. So we got Hunter Henry, Tyler Higbee, Zach Ertz, gross, Evan Ingram, Jonnu Smith, Austin Hooper, Adam Troutman. I mean, that's not great. Not great at all. But I will say this. Tyler Gerald Everett is finally gone. Tyler Higbee is there by himself in Los Angeles. He could potentially be essentially the third target for that team. He is shown in that 5 or 6 game stretch in 2019 that he can be very fantasy relevant. So I'm taking him in the 10th round here. If it doesn't work out, I'll just freaking stream tight end. But I like that pick a lot right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Tyler Higbee.
I just hate that Tanyan went right before you. Tanyan with no Aaron Rodgers, I love that pick. I'm buying it. I'm done. I'm done with the what ifs. Schefter came out again today. Who's on PFF?
You got a vendetta against Schefter today, don't you?
Yeah, because he kind of started this shit. I mean, if you look back on that, we talked about it. It was, it was Dan Patrick's show. And he got called out for it. So it's just like, it really pisses me off. But I'm done with the Willy Woney. So, yeah, I'm over it. And I don't expect him there. And Jordan love me some Robert Tanyan. So, go make a pick, man.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Elijah Moore, man, he's been getting all the hype out of freaking camp. I know I just said get wrecked Jets, but hey, man, potential first read on a team that's going to be playing from behind a lot. Okay, it's the 11th round. Screw it.
All right, I want to hear it. Honest to God, Zach Wilson.
Dude, I'm not a college guy, so I haven't watched a lot of him or like really any of his tape, just like kind of some highlights. His highlights look great. He's definitely got a great arm and stuff. New York is brutal, man, especially from a kid coming from BYU. That media is no joke. And if he, I don't want to be stereotypical here, but typical like kids from the Midwest or like Southern folks like ourselves, we're a little bit more like I think we're polite. I think it's the best way to say it. And then just getting like ravaged in the news every week because that team is not going to be good.
Right.
I wish the best for the kid, man. I really do. But 50-50 is what I'll say. But Adam Gase is gone now. Robert Saleh's there. But we'll see. It's the Jets organization.
Yeah. So this is where I get stuck again. Man.
Picking down 11 sucks, dude.
T.Y. Hilton or Marvin Jones. That's how I feel about it.
I like Marvin Jones a lot more than T.Y. Hilton.
Yep.
Marvin Jones is, he's what, 30, 31, something like that. He could be the wide receiver one on that team. I know we all love DJ Chark. I like DJ Chark too. Oh, whoops. Let me scroll up a tad here. Also, I like DJ Chark as well, but it seems like Urban Meyer doesn't. Talking shit to him. You need to get in the weight room, son. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, Urban Meyer's different. I haven't adjusted to this guy at all yet. It'll be fun beating him twice this year.
I don't expect him to have success in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Just speaking plainly, just from the stuff that I've seen, some of the moves he's made, some of the things he said. There's not a great track record for college coaches coming in and being successful. I'm looking at you, Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
Why did you trade away LaShawn McCoy? What's wrong with you? You're stupid. You're dumb. That's what your problem is. He's like, Well, you know who I want? DeMarco Murray, who got over 2,000 yards. Let me see what you literally could go and look at ESPN.com and see what the track record is for somebody coming back after a 2,000-yard season and actually having some success. And I say this after drafting Derrick Henry at the 105, but
I think we all agree
he's a little bit different animal.
Yeah, he's not DeMarco Murray.
No.
Oh, I'm back on the clock.
DeMarco Murray was really good though.
He really was. He was a Titan too, so I can be proud of him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he played for.
He held Derrick Henry back for 2 years.
Yeah, that's right. Because he was Dallas, Philly, and then Tennessee. Was he anywhere else? You make your look at some DeMarco Murray stuff.
I think that was it. And you know what, man? This is awesome. Because I don't know why I thought I had to choose to begin with. Let's take T.Y. Hilton.
Oh, there you go. So it's lovely when that happens. Actually, you get kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I'm digging the depth I have.
Yeah, so he's with Dallas 4 seasons, Philly for 1, and then Tennessee for 2.
Yep. And he was actually good with Tennessee. I don't know something. I forget. Did he have a career-ending injury or something?
I don't remember. I think he was so he was 29 when he retired in 2017. So I think maybe. He was taking some lumps and stuff. I don't have his injury history right up here in front of me, but
it's just interesting that he didn't go.
I think it was probably, yeah. I mean, I think it was probably he made enough money. He was ready to say see you later. So
he joined Lindale at the bar.
Lindale, his big old head taking up the whole bar too. His Yahoo picture, man, back in the day used to crack me up. It was like you look at Derrick Henry and he's a huge man. And it's kind of like this right here, right? So Derrick Henry, and then Lindale White's is like this. His whole head is taking up the picture.
He was the fattest in shape man there ever was, dude. I don't understand. Like his spirit animal was a whale.
Oh, for sure, or Snorlax.
Snorlax. All right, you're on the clock.
All right, yeah. Let me see what my team is looking like here. So obviously, kicker and defense, I'm not touching until the last 2 rounds.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 bench spots to take up, and let's see who we got on the board here. I won't take another quarterback unless I think there's somebody that's super far down that I think has a ton. So if Jalen Hurts was going around this range, I would think about drafting him, right around here. But he is not, as Jason. I think you took him at 10:02.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to add more depth, honestly, at running back and wide receiver. That's what I'm trying to do, and I try to look for players that would around this range here. We're in round 12. You look for players that have a little bit of standalone value, but could be an absolute monster if something were to happen to the incumbent. And somebody who exemplifies that every single season is going to be. Oh gosh, I lost him here. Latavius Murray. He's 30 years old. He's 30 years old, but he already has standalone value as it goes. And if something were to happen to Alvin Kamara, running back, he's a running back. He's a top 12 running back. So
yes, absolutely.
Good to go with that. I like that.
I'm going to cross my fingers. I got a plan.
And then I'm happy with my running back depth here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 running backs. I don't need any more. Don't want any more. You can really pick up some good running backs off the waiver wires. James Robinson being a prime example from last year. So I'm looking at wide receiver here, maybe looking at a tight end. I don't want to roster 2 tight ends, but there is one player out there that I like a lot. But let me scroll through here, see what we got for wide receiver. I'm not really liking the wide receivers I'm seeing either. Jalen Reagor, Terrace Marshall, Paris Campbell. Yeah, he's going to get healthy one of these days, Jason. And he's going to be awesome. I'm just joking. I'm not riding that train anymore. So I'm going to take another tight end. Jared Cook is interesting to me because who else do they have besides Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, who's always hurt, and they drafted Josh Palmer in round 3 this year, but he's a rookie as well.
Look at Keith taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right. Well,
Keith took a defense early. Shame.
I'm gonna do 2 things. So the first thing I'm gonna do is piss Bryson off. I'm gonna take Terrace Marshall right in front of him. I'm gonna let him sit there upset for a moment. He's mad.
He's big on Terrace Marshall.
Yeah, and then so he took Philip Lindsay.
That's just a sadness pick right there.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm about to really, really put a cherry on top here in a second. God, I love this pick if I get it.
You gonna take the football team? Oh no, they've already been taken.
Somebody took the football team?
Yeah, it looks like it was.
What a bunch of bitches.
13.
All right. I'm good. I know exactly what I want. Oh, no turning back, no regrets.
No regrets. Not even a single letter.
Come on, Bryson.
Have you seen We're the Millers?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
yeah. What is
that is such an underrated, funny movie, man.
It really was. Here we go. A man with a ton of talent. Man with a ton of talent.
Let
me get a little Carson Wentz behind Jalen Hurts. I find it hilarious. I find it fitting. Let me get Carson Wentz just in case Jalen Hurts don't work out. I love it.
Some poetic justice.
Justice there. It really is. But I feel good about that, you know. It's hard not to like the quarterback in Indy with that offensive line. It's hard not to like who's behind that line.
Yeah, and he's back with Frank Reich, and that was the most success he's ever had in his career. So, all right, I believe it's my turn here. So we're in the 14th round. I have 3 picks left. So, like I said, I'm going kicker defense in the last 2 rounds here. So, I'm looking at literally who do I think has the highest upside of anybody left on the board. And I'm going to tell you this, I just saw Le'Veon Bell. It's not him, okay? Just going to say that real quick.
Yeah, just real quick.
Just throwing it out there. You know who I like a lot? He's a late round flyer here. He could be the number 1 in Las Vegas. It's John Brown.
Yeah.
Everywhere he's gone, he's been a very, very capable wide receiver. So
I agree.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw him in. Honestly, your last position pick, anyways, to me is just somebody that let me see how they perform in the first week or maybe 2 weeks. If they're not great or if they're not getting what I think they're going to do, cool. I'm going to cut them, pick up somebody from waivers. No problem. And you need those people on your team anyways, right, Jason? Like you need somebody that's like, okay, this is my first cut if somebody's like really, really awesome.
Absolutely. You're going to play with the waiver wire every week, and if you don't, you're going to fall way behind.
Yeah. Pay attention, please. All right, so typically people will take a defense first before a kicker. I don't like that strategy. I want to lock up a kicker because I am streaming my defense, and I'll explain a little bit of that here in a second. But I'm going to take I think you pronounce it Younghoe Koo. I'm not going to pronounce it. I ain't going to say it how it looks. But he was pretty awesome. I like him tied to that Atlanta offense. For Matt Ryan is not great at throwing touchdowns, so let's move the ball and then not score a touchdown and let Koo kick it in. So,
all right, and I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten up. Everybody needs to hashtag tighten up.
I mean, they're going to be thrown. They're going to get thrown all over, but you
know, doubt them. Go ahead and doubt them 3 corners. Doubt them.
All right, and then my defense pick, I love it so much. Because they're a good defense. They're not like amazing, but their week 1 matchup it doesn't get any better. Who's up? Is it Keith? Oh no, it's old Bryson.
He doesn't know what kicker to take. He's thinking about Will Lutz.
Well, the 2 leagues that we're in, that I'm in with Bryson, at least we don't have kickers. So
he doesn't. Ben Roethlisberger, no kicker.
Yeah, and that's a strategy too, y'all. Like you can literally not take a kicker.
Yeah,
and then just pick somebody up off of waivers, and especially depends on when you draft. If it's before training or not before training camp, but before like the preseason, take as many positional players as you want, people that you think could break out, and then if they don't, then drop them, pick up a kicker. Sorry, Jason, what were you saying, man?
I was just gonna say I'm taking Will Lutz because You still got Sean Payton, but you got no Drew Brees. So let me get that kicker.
You're nuts for Lutz?
I'm nuts for Lutz, baby.
I feel ashamed that I made that joke. Not really. I loved it a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so this is what gives fantasy defenses points. Turnovers, getting turnovers. Now, Jason, let me ask you a question. What quarterback would you want to play against if you had to get an interception or a forced fumble to save your life?
Daniel Jones.
Yes, you would. You'd want to play against Daniel Jones, who has thrown
A bajillion.
22 interceptions in his 2 years in. And let's just look at these fumbles real quick. And he's fumbled the ball 29 times. Give me that Denver Broncos defense. They're going to maul that kid.
Yes, they are. Oh, God.
Week 1. Let's go.
11 billion turnovers.
11 billion turnovers. So that's my strategy for kickers. For defenses anyways, is just let me see who they play in week 1, and I just want to capitalize on turnovers. So let's scroll through this sucker. Tell me, all right, Jason. So let's look at me. I'm not even going to count Dean's team. He wasn't here. He's hurt my feelings greatly. So let's look at Bryson's team first, actually. I'd like to run through that one. And then I'll let you run through yours, and we can just kind of see what we like. So Bryson's team, picking from the 112, DK Metcalf, Joe Mixon, Julio Jones, Terry McLaurin, Myles Gaskin, James Robinson, Joe Burrow is going to be his starting quarterback, Laviska Shenault, everyone's breakout darling on Twitter right now. Michael Carter, another breakout darling is Michael Carter in the night. He went with Logan Thomas, tight end, Henry Ruggs, Gus Bus, Edwards, Philip Lindsay, Paris Campbell, the Los Angeles Rams defense, and he foregone. I don't know how you would say that. He did not draft a kicker, and he drafted Ben Roethlisberger in the last round.
I have a feeling this guy is going to be looking at the running backs on the waiver wire every week.
Yes.
Mixon, I don't trust him. Gaskin, I don't know him. Especially not in
Gaskin. Damn near killed him.
I mean, Philip Lindsay needs a lot of people to get hurt to have a job. Michael Carter's in New York.
Yeah. Get red Jets.
He's got some great receivers, though. Great receivers. Yeah. So I think he could turn the thing around with just a couple waiver wire weeks.
Yeah, he really went kind of a modified no or zero running back strategy there.
Yeah, it was different. Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, Jason, I don't have anything really to add to that. That's what I was going to say, man. I don't like the running backs there, but the wide receivers are. I mean, he's got depth. He's got breakout potential. He has the top 3 wide receivers are guaranteed studs. So I'm good with that one, man. Like, walk me through your team real quick.
All right.
Real quick. Take your time. Take as long as you want.
So, I've got the big, huge swing for the stars in Jalen Hurts. That's a guy who, if he follows tradition, will make me look like a genius. Aaron Jones, I just like a huge workload there. It feels comfy. ETN, probably won't be starting week 1. Probably be Javonte Williams there week 1, or maybe not even Javonte Williams. I may have to dig deeper, and that's one thing about this team. Got some running backs there at the end, but I really may have to dig deeper at first until some of these guys start to really pop and translate on the team. But I like Keenan Allen. I like Ayuk's upside. I like Jarvis Landry. He's trusty. He's reliable. I like Damian Harris out the gates beside Aaron Jones. I would definitely stagger this a little bit different than what it looks like right here. I like Marvin Jones right off the gates. He's trusty, So I've got some guys who you can really trust the workload. You can truly project what they're going to get. And then I've got some young folks that if you just hold on, they could really take you there at the end of the year.
A real J.K. Dobbins, Cam Akers type situation with
exactly.
That's what I see with Javonte Williams there. So I like your team a lot. You got Travis Kelce, the biggest positional advantage that you can have in fantasy football is Travis Kelce. He scores. I think last year he literally would score as the wide receiver 2, not a wide receiver 2, the second ranked wide receiver in fantasy football.
Yeah,
I mean that's a cheat code, man.
It
But yeah,
is. It is.
yeah, man. As long as you were able to stick out those first 5 or 6 weeks, I think you're going to be that team would be real set right there. Let's look at Keith's team. He had to go back to helping his patients, keeping people alive in the hospital and whatnot. But
Yeah.
he slacked off just long enough to draft a very mediocre looking team. No, I'm just playing.
No kicker.
No kicker. Yeah, and once again, there's your strategy. So Ezekiel Elliott, Cam Akers, David Montgomery. That's a trio of workhorse running back. Well, definitely Zeke and Montgomery. We'll see if we I'm projecting Akers to be the workhorse there too.
Yeah.
Chris Godwin, Dak Prescott, T Higgins. How far?
Goddard.
Yeah, Goddard as well. That was
Miko.
okay. Yeah, Jerry.
All right.
I
Yeah.
like Jerry Judy there too, man. Jerry Judy could really benefit from a Teddy Bridgewater like takeover.
Yeah.
Trey Sermon, he might be the guy there in San Francisco. Lord knows where Mostert can't stay healthy. They moved up in the 3rd round to get him. So, or I don't know if they moved up or not. I know they did I know Javonte Williams was, but anyways,
Yeah.
the highest drafted running back that Kyle Shanahan has had in San Francisco. So that's interesting. Amon-Ra St. Brown could be besides T.J. Hockenson, could be the leading target getter there in the wide receiving core for Detroit. I don't like drafting a defense that early at all, but
Right.
I'd like to hear his reasoning behind that. Darrell Henderson, if something he handcuffed Cam Akers there just in case it doesn't work out. Gerald Everett, who I'm a big fan of this late because he's in Seattle and Russell has shown an ability to throw touchdowns to his tight ends. I mean, if Will Dissly, for Christ's sake, could stay healthy,
Yeah, man.
you know what I mean?
That guy kills me. I want to lean on Will Dissly every year.
Yeah. Can't do it. So what do you think about this team here?
With Keith,
Yeah.
dude, it's super deep. It's sexy. He's gonna be making trades. He's gonna control a lot of weeks, just based on how deep his team is.
Yeah.
I got no doubt about it. I mean, you drop Darnold off, get you a kicker, and then just start trading these guys, start weaving webs.
Yeah. No, I really like it. It's deep. It's very, very, very good. Not a lot of star power in the wide receiving core, but sometimes you don't need that. Like you plain out don't need star power. You just need like you said, like a Jarvis Landry, like old reliable.
And who's to say Higgins and Hardman don't just explode? You know, that those two really intrigue me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So yeah, I dig that team there. All right, I'll put myself on blast here.
Dude, your team's awesome. I'm sitting here looking at it and I'm going, damn it.
I really like it, to be honest. Just
yeah, this is perfect. You got 2 huge stable running backs that you hope, knock on wood, no injuries. Yeah, Tannehill is surefire. He was surefire last year. I was a Tannehill owner. Got away with a lot of weeks. Mike Evans, Robert Woods, surefire. Higbee, like you said, it's all coming his way. Clyde Edwards-Helaire could end up being a top 5 running back that just explodes going off there on your flex. Don't like Devontae Smith this year. We covered that.
Yes.
Sutton could be reliable. Mike Davis, oh my God, there'll be weeks you stream him. Same thing with Latavius Murray. And here's the thing about Latavius Murray is sneaky. Latavius Murray might just get a whole lot of carries with Alvin Kamara. You know, I'm not saying he needs an injury to be fantasy relevant. But I could greatly see it. But yeah, man, I think with the give or take one receiver, and Elijah Moore could be that guy for you.
Yeah,
I think you're looking great.
That's what I was going to say. The receiving core is a little weaker than I would like, but I love my running backs. I mean, my top 4 of oh God, I freaked out for a second. What's that? Top 4 of Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Mike Davis. Let's freaking go.
Yeah.
So that can kind of show you. You saw different strategies there, like the robust this is what I've heard on Twitter. At least it's called a robust running back. So taking 3 running backs early instead of trying to. I want to see how Team 10 ended up working out. Remember, they had the 6 wide receivers off the board in the first 6 rounds.
Let's see.
I wanted to kind of see. God bless. Well,
Team 10.
Yeah.
Wow. So they actually, this might actually work out. Okay. So outside of Rodgers, who do we get at quarterback? Oh, Matt Stafford. Okay, so we put Stafford there.
Reliable. Yep.
Oh my God, you got Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, but you got Amari Cooper, you got Allen Robinson. Good God, and you've got trade bait. It's not like you're going to end up screwed. Yeah. But you got Kenny Gainwell. That's a sneaky pick. James Conner could be a sneaky pick.
Yeah.
Herb Smith, sneaky pick.
Zach Ertz could get traded to Indianapolis. Very sneaky pick there.
Or Tennessee. I've heard some rambling. I've heard some ramblings about going ahead and putting that cherry on top,
Ramble on. I mean, we got obviously the running back core is not what you would like, but this team would be somebody that I would look at and say, hey man, obviously your running backs aren't great. You've got great wide receivers. My wide receiver, I need a little depth there. I might throw a Mike Davis over there for an Amari Cooper just to see how that trade might go. I feel super happy about that personally, but after you do your drafts and stuff, y'all just look around, do this what Jason and I are doing right now. Do a little evaluation, say, okay, this is how I could help this team. This is how this team could help me, and start it out, man. An active trade block in a league is just so much fun. Jason and I have been in leagues where that happens, like our dynasty league right now.
Yeah,
we're always trading. We probably have a trade a week, I would say, maybe every other week, something like that. Then in our redraft, our home league, never. No one trusts each other anymore. Like it's just
that's what that is. Rough. Yeah, that's what that is.
But that's it, man. That's all I got. Hell yeah, we kept this under an hour. I love it. I'm going to bed early. Actually, I was going to plug this if anybody is watching or whatever. I'm going on with the Front Yard Fantasy crew tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. West Coast time. We're going to be talking a little bit about redraft wide receivers for 2021, and then we're basically ranking breakfast foods. I love food. I'm fat, so I really, really like food. And I love breakfast food as well. I'll eat breakfast in the morning, at lunchtime, at dinner time, as a snack. I don't care. So I'm super excited to be going on with those guys.
Why didn't we do that already, Eric?
I don't know.
Why didn't we rank breakfast food?
I don't know. And it was my suggestion to them too. I'm like, I just took away a good. They have lots of viewers and followers. We have dozens and dozens. So we can still get away with it. It'd be fun. But that's all I got, man. You got anything, Jason? Any news or anything to cover?
Not at all. I think I got it all out of my system during the draft.
Hell yeah. Well, it was cool. Just Jason and I kicked it old school. Our first 10 episodes, 9 or 10, it was just me and you.
Yeah.
We did it just via audio, which I am trying to figure out. I am technologically illiterate, so I'm trying to figure out how to download the audio from this and put it into a. There goes Jason, and put it into an actual podcast on Spotify or whatever. But Jason, he got fed up with me. He said, "I'm out. Don't care about what you have to say, Eric. I'm leaving." Oh, he's back. Never mind. He felt bad.
I got kicked.
All good, man. Yeah, we're just wrapping it up here anyway. So we'll definitely see y'all next week. We're going to be talking about basically. I'm going to think of we're going to think of a catchy name, but players to avoid.
And breakfast.
And breakfast foods. Yes, I'll have all the knowledge from tomorrow to just drop at y'all's feet or on your feet. Actually, Cam is probably going to be back next week. We're not entirely sure yet. He's taking a little hiatus. He's taking a mental health break, if you will. We've all been there, brother.
He's having a penis enlargement.
Yeah, he needed it for a long, long time. So with that being said, that's how we're going to end the show, talking about Cam's penis. Not my favorite way to end a show, but that's
the usual way we end the show.
Way. All right, man. For Jason, for myself, we're out of here. Thank y'all for listening. I appreciate it. Peace.
Happy birthday.